Alright, what's going on, guys? Back in the building, Big Woosah TV. And I wanted to make this video for beginners and to debunk anyone that says you have to have this huge amount of equipment to start a pressure wash business or to even do the job. So I have laid out here is my Sutner 2305 pressure wash gun. I have a J-Ride tip 2540, 2517, 10, and can't see it on here, but it's the long range soap tip. So you got the long range rinse, long range soap, short range rinse, and regular soap, which it can go up to almost 2 storage, you know, feathering it out. And you have the infamous DN10 valve. This is the DN10 valve right here, right? Then you have the anonymous pump-up sprayer. Then you have the Flexzilla. We have the Flexzilla hose. And in here you have a 5-gallon, for me, SH container. This is what I use to X-jet with right here. So let me break this down to you. They're going to be 3 items that's going to be categorized must have. There's going to be only 3 that you must have to be a pressure wash or to clean a house. Let's say that. To clean a house, you're going to need 3 of these items. And I'm suggesting that you guys are going to say you need chemicals. That you do. I'm also assuming you guys are going to say you need water. Smart if you do. And I'm also thinking you guys are going to say you need a gun. Smart, but not as smart. I'm assuming you guys are going to probably say with the gun you got to have the J-Ride. Mid-level thinking. And then the next thing you're going to say you need the DN10 valve to shut off so you don't have to run back and forth to the pressure washer. Not a high IQ. Playing with you guys, but this is good constructive criticism. Good constructive criticism. So, out of these 6 items, you only need 3 things to wash a house. I'm going to give you guys time to maybe tell me what you guys think. Do like 20 seconds while I sip on my coffee. Community. Drop it in a comment. If you last this long, don't cheat. So pause the video, drop it in a comment, and don't cheat. So it is worldwide known that the pressure washing business is very lucrative. Me myself, I started very cheap, under $500, or right at $500, and I have grown to a full rig, Lil Woosah, which is a club court soft washing machine. I took everything off, I'm rebuilding it, and now I'm about to add a 3rd vehicle to the fleet, a van this time. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. A good pressure washer is going to tell you you need these 3 items to be a good pressure washer. Notice the key phrases: good pressure washer, not to clean a house. See, a good pressure washer needs a D10 to keep him from running back and forth to the machine. He can unhook his hoses to the gun. You know, this is exactly how it goes for a D&T. This is exactly how it goes. This is the setup. To be a good pressure washer, you need these. You cannot do without to be a good pressure washer. We have now gotten to the point where we can exclude the gun and we just use the D10 valve with the connections to hook up the J-rod. But this here, to be a good pressure washer, is good. But you don't need any of these to start a business, to clean a house, and to get your business off the ground. You don't need any of these. So, now that you have come to the real meat of the matter, notice what I was using, the word pressure washer. Pressure washer has come down to pressure with all of these. This is requiring pressure, not to clean a house. You see? Pressure washer, clean a house. Pressure washer, clean a house. Surface cleaner, put on Chems, right? Soft wash. So here's the key. You can be a great pressure washer, even an expert with just these right here. Because you're putting on soap. Putting on soap with these 2. Taking off soap with these 2. Shutting off the valve to change and rinse everything right here. Using a gun to expedite the clean. But to be a house cleaner, to be a mold, mildew, and LG expert, all you need is chemicals, a hose pipe, and a pump-up sprayer. That's it. The game has been solved. If you want to be a good pressure washer with a good house cleaner with no equipment, and then get to being a good expert pressure washer, all you need is Chems, a hose pipe, and water. You can't do either if you're missing any one of these right here. You can't clean homes. Because you can have Chems and water, but you can't spray it. You can have the hose and a pump-up sprayer with no Chems. It's just going to be H2O. You can have the pump-up sprayer and the Chems. You're just going to have a straight chemical that's going to damage something. So you're going to need the hose, Chems, pump-up sprayer. You can go on my page and you can find where I put the pressure wash, the pump-up sprayer to the test. Clean the entire home, or at least the back, maybe once or twice since I've been doing it. But this right here, to be an expert pressure washer, you're going to need these right here. You're going to need this gun, J-rod, and a D10. Now watch this, guys. You don't need a J-rod, but what you're gonna need are tips. You see the tip here? I don't really feel like going over there, but there's a black tip to put on soap, take off soap. This tip put soap on, and you can use the same tip to take Chems off. You just take out take your hose out of the solution box container, and you can rinse and put on soap with this. So you don't need a J-Rod, but to be a good pressure washer, you're gonna need your J-Rod, brother, because it's real fast, it's easy. You get a long range tip, everything. You know, to be a good pressure washer. Right? So the moral to the story is, you can be an excellent home cleaner if you just use bleach, water, and Chems. The water dilutes the bleach. Everything goes in a pump-up sprayer, and you spray. You can have a 1 to 1 half and half mix, or you can dilute it to a 2 to 1 or 3 to 1. Even almost a 4 to 1 in this right here, but it'll stop here. But you can do a 1 to 1, which is a batch mix, half and half. Then you can go up to a 2 to 1. Then you can do a 3 to 1. This would right here would be, if you're using a 12.5 and you dilute it to half and half, water, right, and Chems, it would be a half and half. So okay, I'm sorry. This is, we put a 1. When you get to here, this is a half and half. Then you can go to a 2 to 1. So let's rephrase that. So you put half bleach, half Chems, and water. It'll be here, and then right here you add more water. You'll have a 2 to 1 ratio. 2 to 1. You can't get 3 in here unless you put bleach here and then put water. You know, you won't have long. You can't really go around the house. But if you use half bleach, here half bleach and half water, you can probably go through this whole back area. This will be 1 gallon. This is 1 gallon. Let me make sure. Yep, 1 gallon bucket. So if you go half and half, you can get around this entire little area back here. Then you do it again. Might take you somewhere else, you know. And you probably won't be able to do but a 1 story. Possible 2 if you got a good pump on it. But guys, for you guys that's starting and you like, I don't have no money, you can go get you a hose. Really don't need a hose, because if the house has water, you can fill it up there. I'm just saying, I use this hose because, you know, this represents water. You know, it represents water. But this is all you really need: water, Chems, and a pump-up sprayer. You can get a couple houses did. You can go buy your machine. You say, hey, hell, I'm doing good with this right now. For now, 1-story home, getting up under the side, it's the back of the house. You know, get your ladder in. If it's 2-story and spread, then you just start rinsing. You're gonna need this hose pipe. Yeah, because you gotta rinse, man. I'm tripping, but you know, y'all get what I'm saying. You know, you need the hose pipe to rinse down. And all you need is a regular garden hose sprayer. That's it. Because the Chem does all the work, not the pressure. The Chem does all of the work. You're like the laborer for the Chems. You see, I'm gonna do the work. I need you clean. Like I'm a master carpenter, and I got my helper with me. I'm doing all the work. I need you to keep everything clean. Bring me my tools when I need them. That's all you are to the Chems. You're the laborer for the Chems. The Chem does everything, and then you just come behind it and clean up. That's all. So this is the new word. The Chems is the master. We're just the laborer. That's how we go. But yeah, guys, this is just simple as that. You know, you don't really need to be a pressure washer or an expert pressure washer. You just really need to clean the house. You know, you just really need to clean everything. That's why most of you guys are going strictly to soft washing with a 5.5 pump, 7 pump, or 7 gallon per minute pump, gas pumps. You know, a lot of guys are doing soft washing only. They're barely using the hardware for pressure washing. I used to do it on this here because all this was a soft wash. I had a pump, the 5 gallon per minute pump, and Chems and water. Soap, well, that's it. Go to my earliest videos. You'll see Lil Wooside doing what it do. And the houses came out even better than this because the Chems was a little bit stronger. You know, the Chems comes out stronger with a soft wash system versus a J-Ride. J-Ride doesn't put out too much. That's why sometimes you go over. But when you use a soft wash or you use a pump up spray, you can put your mix right where you want it. Put that sucker on a ratio wherever you want it. If you want a 5-to-1, you gotta come to here with bleach and fill it all the way up. You know, you can do it. Me, I just don't play with it. I'm gonna come here, and then I'm gonna add about to there, and just have me a nice 50-50 mix, which will be a 6. Let me see, like a 6.2 that I had. Yeah. If you got a 12.5 and you cut that in half, you got 6.2.1 or something like that. But anyway, guys, this is just what I wanted to show you guys, a recap of being an expert pressure washer versus a professional house cleaner. So you need, this is it. Pressure washer, house cleaner. Pressure washer, house cleaner. It's your boy Pab in the building. It's been Big Moose.
So you don't know how bad you look.